How's everybody doing? My name is Cameron. So first, thank you guys for coming out tonight with us. And I've just been around the Crossroads community for several years now. And God has done amazing things for me and my family and those who I've just been able to touch, and they've touched me in my life. And before I go any further into me, I would love to show a clip. One thing I love to do is just talk about Jesus, talk about the Bible, and understand like the weird things in it. Because there's a lot of weird things in it. And I want feedback from others too. So there's this thing me and my wife do every Tuesday and Thursday morning at 5:30 in the morning. It's called Coffee with Cam. We share live video, live conversation of us. And if you guys want to check it out, just go to Facebook, #Coffee with Cam. But this is a little clip that I want to show of me, my wife, and my daughter. This isn't the normal kind of Coffee with Cam, but it's just an introduction of my household.
Good evening. It's Coffee with Cam and Jess. It's time for a nightcap.
Carson, doesn't she just transform in an instant? Like as soon as it goes live.
I get so excited. I just learned that song. Wait. I'm Jasmine Cameron Carson. Got it. So that song, I get so excited, and I just can't hide it. I played that song for Reese, who's 8. I never knew until now that song was like an inappropriate song for kids.
Carson, earmuffs.
Earmuffs!
I'm about to go crazy.
That's my family. I live in a madhouse, but it is amazing, and I am extremely blessed to be in this house. I have 2 other children, and I got a picture of them. That's my lovely wife, Jasmine. My son, Jaden, is 15. So blessed. That picture, he's in front of the Louvre in Paris, so it's incredible. My older daughter, Carson's in the middle. She's an aspiring actress. She's got amazing talent. And my youngest daughter, Reese, you might have seen both my daughters in the Waited play. They used to be in the play, so they both aspire to be actors. But what I really want to get to today comes from 2 Corinthians chapter 12, starting at verse 7 through 9. And this is one of those difficult things where like I love to dig into this when I'm talking on Coffee with Cam. And so starting with verse 7, it says, "Even though I've received such wonderful revelations from God, so to keep me from becoming proud, I was given a thorn in my flesh, a messenger from Satan to torment me, to keep me from becoming proud. 3 different times I begged the Lord to take it away. Each time he said, 'My grace is all you need. My power works best in weakness.' So now I am glad to boast about my weakness, so that the power of Christ can work through me." Amen. So that hurts. I gotta be weak, God. But so I showed those clips of my wife, my daughter, and pictures of my family because I am extremely blessed. Like they are a beautiful family, beautiful spirits, joy in the house, almost every day. But I show that because it wasn't always that story for me specifically. I have a thorn in my flesh that I struggle with all the time. And there's moments like those pictures and that video where I have joy, but that thorn comes back. And I want to ask why, God. And so I'll just give you a brief example. When I was 18 years old, I was immature as 18-year-olds are. And I was struggling. I was away from home at school for the first time. And I was just having difficulty with new relationships, old relationships, just a rocky road. And I found myself distancing myself more and more from my friends. My best friend was going to school with me. My brother was up there. But I distanced myself. I separated myself. And it got so bad to the point where I was literally hearing things in my mind all right, it's just not going to work out. So you got to do something. And that's something that I did as an 18-year-old, the first time I ever went to a grocery store and bought medicine on my own. What I did is I bought a bottle of pills. Took it back to my dorm room and still just have a whirlwind of emotions, of thoughts, and just thinking that the end was here. So I just dumped a handful into my hand and I swallowed it. And at that moment, it was like that action was right here. And then I just got sucked into it. And I immediately was like, what am I doing? What did I do? And in that moment, I immediately left my dorm room sobbing. It was at night. And I'm walking across the campus, and I see a sign that said, if you need help, come to this building. I never saw this sign all the times at school. I see the sign this night, and it's late. I go into the building, and there's this girl. I can't even describe what she looked like, but I remember she was extremely nice to me. And she was just like, just have a seat, relax. And then the next thing I know, she did something what I thought at the time was unforgivable, but she called the ambulance. And they sent me to the hospital, and then I was overwhelmed with shame. I was overwhelmed with disappointment. I was overwhelmed with just heartache. Because then I wake up and I see my parents travel 4 hours to check on me, to love on me. And I heard a whisper. As I reflect now, that whisper was, my grace is all you need. My power works in your weakness. So I overcome that moment. It still wasn't like a flip of the switch, easy road, but I did overcome. But that wasn't the end of the story. That thorn came back. Depression, anxiety came back. At 20 years old, me and my wife became parents. Still not educated, still in college. Had a job that wasn't going to pay anybody's bills. And didn't see the end in sight for us. Thought it was a downfall. And so again, I separated myself. I silenced myself. Thank God I didn't take the extreme to do something, but I just went into a dark, dark space. And then that dark, dark space came with victory. It came with a mother that provided clothes and food and diapers for my child. It came from a support system that made sure me and my wife graduated from college. And just more and more things came. And again, I heard that silent voice, my grace is all you need. My power works in your weakness. And I want to say that these thorns, it still has not left me. There's moments, even recently, my good friend Daniel, I sat down with him, I told him, I am struggling. I'm having a hard time seeing the end. I feel like my career is like in a downfall, and it's a rising and lowering over and over, and I want out, but I don't see the out. He sat down and talked with me, and he was like, man, I'm so glad you said this because you inspire me. You tell me how I should live life. You show me what I need to do. And at the same time, I'm struggling with that too, Cameron. That's what Daniel said to me, and I had no idea because he inspires me. So, I go back to that verse because sometimes we ask God for things. We ask for healing. We ask for a financial request. We ask for lives to be saved. We ask for healing and grief. We ask for marriages to be restored. And sometimes he answers in ways that we don't want. Sometimes he answers slowly. Sometimes he doesn't answer at all. But even so, his grace is sufficient. His grace is all you need.
Yeah.
So my challenge tonight is as you go to pray, just struggle with that. Are you okay if God decides to answer your prayer through a different form of grace than you're asking? Wow. Are you okay for God to answer your prayer with the grace that is sufficient for you to succeed? So I just want to thank you guys. I bless you guys as you go through station tonight. And I just want to be in prayer with you because grace has brought me a long way. He's brought me from almost destruction to that beautiful family I have. So thank you guys for coming in tonight.
Thank you.